They don't seem to have the traditional English telephone booths.
Looks like this is Puncture.
Some breakfast on the car. This one is called an oyster mouth castle. This is the hostel on the second floor. Let's see.
Second floor. Anjaneai.
So I am in the city of Swansea, and this is the city center, and this is the iconic building which you cannot see. I'll show you in the morning. This is the castle from 11th century, ruined right now, from 13th century basically. They don't seem to have the traditional English telephone booths.
Looks like this is Puncture.
The guy is here to fix that soap. This one is called an oyster mouth castle. It was built in early 13th century. It's actually newer than the one that was in the Swansea center. So this was pretty, but what I like more is this greenery around it. How cool. Like the windows wallpaper. So, making the most out of the situation. Some breakfast on the car. So this is the largest indoor market in Swansea, or in Wales as well, and they have like local products over here of anything from towel to key to food to meat to jackets to everything, jewelry as well. Yeah, and this market, the concept of this market started in the city in 1650 when it used to be a covered market for people, and now they have changed it to this glass roof one. And I think this particular market was started in 1960, the one that I'm walking in. Oh, Polish products? No. But this, the closest thing I can think of is Shani Bazaar in India, which is kind of similar concept. You have one place on a particular day where everyone comes to sell the products, and next day that market is gone, move to another part. I don't know if it happens in every city, but in mine it happens. Has everything.
Cool. So yeah, so the UK, it's quite interesting really, because the UK has the 4th largest GDP in the world.
Mm-hmm.
But the reason for that is London.
Mm-hmm.
If you take London out of the equation, we're not a rich country at all. So it's like a very rich city attached to quite a poor country.
But when you say it's quite a poor country,
I'm talking European standards.
okay, but this is like the per capita income. Like, how do you gauge it? Like the salaries of people, or what you're exporting,
Salary, the buying power,
or yeah.
the jobs.
Okay.
And the GDP is getting less and less every single year per capita. And the reason for that is the population explosion. And what's interesting as well is that a lot of people will say, oh, but there's loads of jobs, there's loads of jobs. There is loads of jobs in the south, but the most number of people that are unemployed.
I think it's time that we learn something about Wales, as I did by researching something, which means watching some YouTube videos and chat GPT maybe. So Wales is one of the countries in UK. The country is around 20,000 square kilometers, so not very big, really small country. The capital of Wales is a city called Cardiff, and Wales actually has around 7 major cities. The currency that they use is still pound sterling, so the same currency in England and Scotland and Northern Ireland. And they speak the language Welsh. So the Welsh language is like a Celtic language or a Gaelic language group. It sounds very different from English. There's nothing in common. They use the Latin alphabets, but they don't have the letters like K, Q, V, and Z. And this language feels and sounds very different. So for example, the word for slow is araf, which is written everywhere when you're driving. And for example, the word for welcome is queers, or sounds something like queers. So nothing in common. And the language being 4,000 years old, it feels very ancient. Yeah. And Wales also has most, like the highest density of castles in the world. So it has more castles per square kilometer or per square mile than these places. They are still in the GMT 0, so the same time zone as England. What else do they have? So the dog's breed Corgi comes from Wales also. They also have the smallest house in all of UK. It's It's like I went to that. You can take a tour. You can pay a fee of £1.5, 150 rupees, or like 1.7 euros for visiting that house. It's literally like really small. You can go and just sit. There is a small ladder. You can go up and take a look. There is a bed. So there was a guy who went all over Europe, all over the UK to measure the dimensions of every small house, and he came up and they got registered in the Guinness Book of World Record. They also have like pretty amazing nature. This is not a fact, this is just what I observed. Like I went to a national park called Snowdonia National Park in the north of Wales. It's like super crazy beautiful landscape, like super beautiful landscape. They also have the deepest cave point, which is around 900 feet in UK. The capital of Wales is Cardiff, and it's in the south of Wales, and in the north of Wales is more of nature. And so basically in terms of map, the south of Wales and the north of Wales could be like 200 miles, maybe less, away from each other. So this is so far what I learned. And Wales is kind of not known so much around, but it's a super beautiful country. But it doesn't take a lot of time for you to visit it, so you can make a trip over here and visit in like 4 or 5 days.